This April Fool's Day, this Wednesday, April 1st. We're halfway through the Fantasy Phenom finalists. You've heard from Samuel Ellison, you've heard from Sam Mines, you've heard from Marsha Herold. We have our judges back in place, Kim Jones and, of course, Tiki and John. So we're ready for contestant number 4, which is Neil Dwyer. Neil Dwyer joins us now, number 4, and we have a couple more to go, as I'll tell you how to vote now. Neil, welcome. How are you? And after we finish today, and after we finish talking to the judges, the voting will begin later today after they post the videos and the audio. You can vote once per day. Voting will continue through 11:59 on Monday, April 6th. The Fantasy Phenom winner gets a weekly show right here on the Fan starting in the spring. Neil, welcome. How you doing?
Nice to see you. Doing great, Mike.
Neil was mentored by Steve Summers, okay? Now, that conjures up all kinds of thoughts. I mean, just all... First of all, you're not wearing black, which is a problem. Also, did you script hello? I mean, no, okay.
I just got
so you didn't take Steve literally. All right, so what did you learn? What did you glean from Steve?
You know, he just had a lot of confidence in me. He feels that, this is kind of a business that you can't really teach. You got to have the intangibles, and hopefully I'm here. Hopefully I won't let him down and make him and everybody listening proud.
How long have you been after this? Is this your first Fantasy Phenom?
I just graduated college in December, so yes, my first year.
Where did you go to school?
University of Miami.
Oh, really?
Right in the NIT finals now.
There you are. Yeah, last night in the NIT finals. Came from behind last night. Won the game against Temple. Couldn't make a shot. I mean, could not. You watch the game? Could not make a shot. They shot like 2 for 25 from 3. They were just dreadful last night. And Miami plays Stanford now in the NIT final tomorrow night. And Miami's had an up and down season. Some very good wins and some terrible losses. All right, what you got to do? You have your 2 callers here. Mm-hmm. You have your promo here. When I throw it to you for your 2-minute monologue, you then you want to use this one? You can use this.
Yeah,
you got some notes on there.
Yes.
You can use that one. When I throw it to you for your 2-minute monologue, then you take it through either order. You do your promo, do your 2 calls, and then I'll jump back in when you finish. So, you ready to go?
I'm ready.
All right, let's listen to Neil Dwyer.
All right, guys, listen.
They went to all the trouble to play those, so we'll at least let them play them.
Okay.
So relax. You ready? We'll do it again. You ready?
Okay.
Start from the top.
Okay.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Neil Dwyer. Go ahead.
So Joe Girardi says yesterday that the Yankees now may be going with a closer by committee scenario. April Fools, not. Listen, before a season full of more questions than answers, and a team that's built on more tradition than anything else, now Joe Girardi's out there telling us that, maybe we don't know what our closer is yet. Maybe we'll switch between Andrew Miller and Dylan Betances. Well, I'll tell you something. Since 1997, that 8th inning man has always inherited the closer role, whether it was Mariano Rivera, whether it was David Robinson last year, and now in 2015, Dylan Betances has not only earned the right to close, he deserves the right to close. We all saw him in his rookie year last year. Has a great fastball, throws fire, cooks with gas. Yes, his velocity is just a little bit down in spring training. Yes, he's a little bit shaky in spring training, but I'll tell you something. Spring training issues are only skin deep. We need to see what happens when April starts and all the competition heats up. Toronto and Boston, the big guys come up. Now, second point, Andrew Miller is a veteran reliever. He has pitched for the Red Sox and the Orioles. He knows the AL East as well as anybody in that bullpen. To get to maybe a shaky closer, but a deservedly so closer in the 9th inning, you still need to go through the 8th inning, and to me, Andrew Miller's your guy. You go through that veteran presence, and like I said, he knows the division. So from Andrew Miller to Dylan Betances, that's your order, Joe Girardi. I know March is over, but Joe Girardi, you need to be a lion and not a lamb. Pick Dylan Betances as your closer today. Now, speaking of heating up, Make sure you're locked in this Saturday for the NCAA Tournament's Final Four. Our coverage begins at 10 a.m. with Joe Beningo and Evan Roberts broadcasting live from FanFest in Indianapolis. Then after the Yankees wrap up their preseason schedule, the game against the Washington Nationals, we'll head back to Indianapolis for pregame coverage at 5 p.m., followed by the Final Four doubleheader. First up, it's the Duke Blue Devils and Michigan State Spartans. Then it's the undefeated Kentucky Wildcats and Wisconsin Badgers in a rematch of last year's Final Four. And a reminder that on Monday, we've got more hoops and hardball as the Yankees open the 2015 season at the stadium against the Toronto Blue Jays at 1:05. Plus, we'll take you back to Indianapolis for the championship game at 9 p.m. All here on your flagship station for New York Yankees baseball and March Madness basketball, The Fan, Sports Radio 66 and 101.9 FM, WFAN and WFAN FM, New York. Now let's go to the phone. Steve in Connecticut. What's up, Steve?
Hey, Neil, good job. I'm calling about Chris Mullin. I've been listening to you guys, and, I understand the hire, but at what point are these teams doing a disservice to the assistant coaches in this college basketball that are not getting hired because these teams are hiring guys based on their playing days, not whether or not they have coaching experience?
Yeah, I'll tell you something. I actually agree with you. I totally thought that the Chris Mullin hire was a very sentimental hire. One of the phenoms before us was talking about maybe not going with the easy hire. I think Chris Mullin was the easy hire. I think it was the sentimental choice. I think it gets a lot of buzz in the program. But again, he has no coaching experience, so we hope that for St. John's sake, he has a good bunch of guys behind him, good assistant coach, good bench coach, good recruiters, and hopefully that Red Storm program can get back on track. Thanks. Chris in New York. Go ahead, Chris.
Neil, thanks for taking my call. I appreciate it.
No problem.
I'm a huge St. Louis Rams fan. Okay? What's your opinion on that? What do you think of the Nick Foles, Sam Bradford trade from complete A to Z? And then what do you think our biggest need is, and how do we get to the playoffs?
I'll tell you what, the NFC... I tell you, the NFC West is a very tough division now. San Francisco, they've lost Jim Harbaugh, and it's kind of a lot of questions in the air. But the Foles for Bradford trade was kind of interesting. You have one quarterback in Foles that was relatively unproven. I thought he had a good rookie campaign when he played that second half of the year, but really he has been hurt. They went through quarterbacks, the Eagles did. Sam Bradford, he was a great quarterback in college, but really untested and kind of unproven himself in the NFL. So it's kind of a mysterious trade, but who knows? We'll see what happens. Again, that NFC West can be very competitive now, and remember in the old days, that used to be one of the worst divisions in football, so amazing how things turn around.